Dear students, before I could proceed to solve the problems on isometric projection, I'd like to review what I have done in the previous class, giving you completely the introduction of isometric projection. I explained to you the principle involved in isometric projection, and I explained about the scale, isometric scale, how to convert the actual dimension to isometric dimension. With the isometric dimension, you have to prepare the isometric answers. I'd also explained to you how to draw a lamina vertically, right hand side, vertically, left hand side. This is standing on B, this is standing on L. And if you have a thickness, how to add the thickness to get the box look. Same rectangular lamina I have drawn here horizontally. When we add the thickness, it becomes a slab or a box or a slab or a block. I'll also explain to you about the principle involved in how to draw the pentagon, hexagon, how to draw them. Enclosing it in a box, taking the actual measurement from the actual, converting it to isometric, locating the point A, B, C, D and joining them. If you have the length or the height, it becomes a prism. Similarly, the pentagon I have drawn here horizontally, a box, again locating the point A, B, C, D, E, getting the pentagon here. If you add the height, it again becomes a prism. Example of a hexagon I had drawn, enclosing the given hexagon in a box, taking the measurement actual, convert to isometric, mark here A, B, C, D, E, get the hexagon done. This is vertically right hand side, this is horizontally a box and horizontal hexagon. How to draw hexagon lamina vertically, hexagon lamina horizontally, a pentagon lamina vertically, horizontally drawn by enclosing in the box. Please note, this is actual measurement. This is drawn actual measurements. This is also drawn with actual measurement. When you take the measurement and come here, you convert that into isometric and draw here. If this is L, you should draw isometric L. If this is B, this is isometric B. So you have to draw everything in isometric measurement. I'll also discuss with you about the circular lamina looking like an ellipse. The method I had explained to you in ellipse, 4-arc method or 4-center method. I explained to you how to draw a circle. That is, made in the box, it becomes a D. Draw here vertically right hand side, 60-60 box, and 4-arc method, how to locate the center and draw 4-arc method. Horizontally, I explained to you, drawing here the box, required box, and then get the centers and draw the ellipse. If you add length, it will become a cylinder. If you add the height also, it becomes a cylinder. This manner you can draw. You should practice how to draw the 4-arc method, 4-centimeter ellipse. It requires a good concentration, good procedure, locating the center, drawing it to opposite midpoints, and locating the center, drawing the ellipse. You should make a good practice of it so that you feel comfortable whenever the ellipse comes into picture. With this previous introduction, which I had already discussed with you, I'll proceed to one more principle here. Let me explain to you what exactly the frustum is. A frustum is. Normally, the front view of a pyramid will be of this nature, front view pyramid. The base can be any shape, whether it is a square, a rectangle, pentagon, whatever may be the shape. There is an axis, we have an apex point. If you can cut the pyramid parallel to the base, anywhere on the axis, remove the top portion, the existing portion, bottom one, this is the one. This is called as frustum of a pyramid. If it is a cone, it becomes the frustum of a cone. On the other hand, if the pyramid is cut in the front view, inclined to the base, the cutting plane, inclined to cutting place, top portion is removed, the apex portion is removed, the leftover portion is called as truncated pyramid. If you cut parallel, it is called as frustum of a pyramid. If you cut inclined to the base, it is called as truncated pyramid. I'd like to give an example how to draw this pyramid, the frustum of a pyramid in isometric projection. I've taken an example. You can just see here the example. 40 mm square at the bottom, 60 mm height, 20 mm square at the top, apex is removed. I've drawn the slant edges. It's a square pyramid. Frustum of a square pyramid having a base 40 mm square, top 20 mm square, height 60 mm. How to draw this in isometric projection? This what I showed here, typically a front view the example what I have taken here, how to draw. Students, you'll be given a sheet here. You're already given a sheet here. This kind of a sheet is already given to you in your file. This is ISO sheet. The graph sheets are like such that you find 30-degree lines are drawn. 30-degree lines are drawn rightward and the leftward, and they're again 30 mm each. This again, 10 mm each. They're all 10 mm each. This graph sheet is separated you with a constant embedded in it. One division is 0.816 of 10 mm. That means this is less than 10 mm. This is less than 10 mm. 0.816 mm. If you want to proceed 10 mm, one division is up isometrically. Again 10 mm isometrically. 10 mm isometrically can take. Normally, I advise students to prepare in one corner isometric scale so that you can measure the dimension, convert the actual to isometric, then bring it onto the isometric figure. Now I am going to discuss with you how to draw this particular frustum of a square pyramid, which is in front of us now. 40 mm square, 20 mm square, 60 mm height. There are two methods are there. Both I'll discuss with you right now with this graph sheet, which is the ISO graph sheet. I repeat once again, the lines are drawn already 30-degree lines, rightward, leftward. Each division is ISO 10. Each division is isometric 10 mm. Now, bottom 40 mm, this 40 mm, this particular 40 mm square is horizontal 40 mm. Then we take the height 60 mm. Again, top is a horizontal 20 mm square. You prepare 40 mm square, 20 mm square, connect corner to corner, slant edges, then you get the frustum of a pyramid. I'll just proceed like this. Just see how I complete the answer. The frustum of a square pyramid. You take here, you draw a horizontal line, draw here a vertical line, draw here a vertical line in this manner, horizontal line and a vertical line. You measure 40 millimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40 mm. You measure. This is the 40 millimeter line. Again, left hand side, right hand side, 30 degree, 40 mm line. You draw here 40 mm line. Since in a square opposite sides are parallel, draw again 40 mm, draw again 40 mm, 30 degree line. So bottom square is ready. The bottom square is ready. Now I am going to explain to you what is called as box to box method. The 60 mm height you measure from the box. From here you measure 60 mm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60 mm isometrically measured. Now if you measure from the box, you have to repeat after taking the height, you repeat the bottom box as it is. This is the procedure. So again draw here 40 mm, 40 mm box, 40 mm, 40 mm box you draw here. 40 mm, 40 mm. That's isometric, all iso dimensions. I repeat, bottom 40, 40, took the 60 mm height, top 40, 40. But here we want 20 mm square, top we want 20 mm square in the middle. In the middle. Please don't measure 20, 20, 20 here because it becomes eccentric. In the middle exactly you want 20 millimeter. Now we have here 60 mm. This is 40 mm, so this is 40 mm minus 20 mm. 20 mm is left over. What you can do, so you can measure, this is 40, 40 box, minus 10 mm, minus 10 mm either side. L side, B side, you measure 10 mm, 10 mm minus. Minus 10 mm, draw one line here. Again minus 10 mm, draw one parallel line here. Again 10 mm, draw parallel line. 10 mm, you draw parallel line. That is, you have made 10 millimeter minus. In all the corners, 10 mm minus. In the automatically in the middle you get 20, 20, 20, 20 box. 20 mm, 20 mm box because I made minus 10. So then connect the this top corner to bottom corner. These are all the slant edges. Connect them. These are all called as slant edges of the frustum of a square pyramid. Slant edge square pyramid. This is what I had done in pencil work. HP pencil. Now you always draw the entire answer from bottom to top with H pencil. Complete the answer by HP pencil. The reason being, In isometric projection, the one which are visible should be shown by a full line, HP pencil line. The one which are not visible need not be shown by a dotted line. Need not be shown by a dotted line. Top square is visible. So I am using HP pencil now. Top square 20 mm, 20 mm square is visible. Then we have a slant edges 1. The middle we have 2 and then 3. This is visible. That is visible. Then outside bottom 40 mm and then 40 mm is visible. 40 mm visible. You need not draw dotted line here, dot line here, dot line here, etc. Not necessary to draw. This is the final answer. To indicate clearly, no need to dimension, but to show very clearly the angle. This is a 30-degree angle and this is also a 30-degree angle. This is also a 30-degree angle. So this is the final answer of drawing a first type of square pyramid. Bottom being 40 mm square, height 60 mm, top is 20 mm square. Now, this is what is called as box to box method. I am going to show you one more method known as center to center method. You can adopt whichever the method you feel comfortable in the process of completing the answer. Center to center method, you again draw the bottom box as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 40 mm. Again draw here 30-degree line, 40 mm. Draw opposite lines are parallel. You draw here the box ready. Now, do not measure from the box 60 mm height. You wanted to measure from the center. So this is the center line. You can make out here. This is the center of the bottom box. This is the center. From the center you measure 60 mm height, not from the box. So from here you measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 60 mm height. The moment you measure center to center height, immediately you must draw 30-degree line and draw here a 30-degree line. Draw here 30-degree line. Since you want 20 millimeter here square, so from here you measure 10 mm, again 10 mm, again 10 mm, 10 mm on either side. Draw again parallels through those points. You draw again parallels. You get 20 mm box ready. Then top 20 mm ready, bottom 40 mm ready. You can draw the slant. You can draw the slant edge. You can draw here the slant edges. That's what you can draw, the slant edges connecting the top and bottom. Both the answers are same, perfectly same. It's ready. This is done by center to center method. This is done by box to box method. Whichever you feel comfortable, you can draw here. So here, this is what we have: rectangle, square, 20 mm, 20 mm, 20 mm square. This is a slant edge. Again, this is a slant edge. This is a slant edge. You draw top and bottom connected. Bottom you have 40 mm and then 40 mm. Indicate clearly 30-degree. This is how it is drawn. First time of a square pyramid. I gave an example how to draw by two methods. One is center to center method, one is box to box method. The question under consideration is this. This is the question under consideration which I have drawn here, both the methods. You can ask me, sir, instead of square, if you have a rectangle, what to do? Then what you can do, from here you can measure L by 2, L by 2, B by 2, B by 2, if you have L this side. And when you draw parallel, you will get a rectangle. Here also you can make a minus. Accordingly, length and breadth, length side minus, breadth side minus, you get a rectangle inside. So this can be adopted for either regular figure or irregular figures. You can measure and can get the things done. So that this is a simple way of completing the answer for the first steps. Now, I'll proceed with the problem number 1. Which says like this. Like this. It says, a sphere of diameter 50 millimeter rests centrally on top of a cube of size 50 millimeter. Draw the isometric projection of the combination. It clearly says, a sphere of diameter 50 millimeter rests centrally on top of a cube of size 50 millimeter. Draw the isometric projection of the combination. I just drawn here symbolically a figure here. This is the front view. 50 mm, 50 mm I have drawn a cube. The center of the cube you have a sphere. Sphere is also 50 mm diameter. The sphere is also 50 mm diameter. Draw this combination in isometric projection. Isometric projection. Very simple to imagine about this. I have a cube here, or if I can say cube here. So cube is kept exactly the center. You have the sphere. I have a smaller one, but exactly even the sphere also 50 mm in diameter. Sphere is also 50 mm in diameter. So draw the entire situation in isometric projection. I just drawn here one rough figure here, the orthographic figure. With this, I'll just solve the problem now on the ISO sheet. On the ISO sheet, this is the ISO sheet I have with you. I have with me. That is an ISO sheet. I'll proceed now drawing the cube. So bottom is a 50-50 square, height is 50, top is 50-50 square. What I will do, I'll draw here 50 mm square at the bottom, take 50 mm height, again repeat the square at the top. If I connect corner to corner, it will become a cube. Then finally I have to draw here the sphere. See how I proceed to draw it. You can have here horizontal line and a vertical line. Horizontal line and a vertical line you can draw here in this manner on the ISO graph sheet. The bottom is 50 mm. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 50 mm you draw right hand side, 50 mm draw left hand side, 30-degree lines. Again draw here parallel, the square is ready. 50-50 square is ready, drawn horizontally. Then box to box method. From here you measure 50 mm height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will coincide here. Again you draw 50 mm. This again 50 mm. This again 50 mm box. What I have drawn is very simple. It is I have drawn here 50 box, 50 mm height, again 50 box. If I join corner to corner, the cube will be ready. The corner to corner, the cube is ready. Now, exactly in the center of the cube, I have to draw the sphere. Now, sphere, how do you consider the sphere? Sphere, how to draw, now how do we consider the sphere here? A sphere is considered like this. It is a solid made up of constant diacircles, and that too in infinite numbers. So a solid made up of infinite number of constant diacircles. We have throughout 360 degrees, right, left, any direction, we have constant diacircle. Sphere, if you see in the front view, it will be a circle. Top view will be a circle. Side view is a circle. Again, side view is a circle. Any direction you see the sphere, you get a circle only. It doesn't diminish in size. So it is same size, it remains. Then how to draw in isometric projection? We have the problem here. Which is 50 mm in diameter. From the center to center, this point, I'll call this as a radius. This is actual radius. Let me call that as capital R. I'll call this as capital R. Let me mention very clearly here, capital R is actual radius, right? Somewhere here, right? Capital R is actual radius. Small r is iso radius. What I will do, I look at the center of the sphere. From here to here is a vertical line. Please observe, it is not 3D, it is a vertical line. So from center point to this point to center point, it is iso radius. Vertical line is iso radius. What you can do, from this center, you measure isometrically 25 millimeter. 50 is the diameter. So 25 millimeter, get the point. This is O. So from here to here, Isoradius smaller I have taken from here to here. With O as center, you draw a circle with actual radius. You draw a circle with actual radius. Actual radius of 25 millimeter. So draw a circle here in this manner. You draw the circle with the actual radius. You draw the circle with the actual radius. Locate the center. Locate the center with isoradius. Complete the circle with the actual radius. This is what you get here. The circle. This is what the sphere will appear in this manner. Sphere will appear in this manner. Let me clearly show that this radius is a capital R, actual radius. But what we have taken from here to here is a small radius. That is small, isoradius. That is how the sphere must be drawn. I have given a note about how to draw the sphere. To draw the sphere, measure vertically isoradius and locate the center O. Measure vertically isoradius, locate the center O of the sphere. Center O of the sphere. With O as center, draw circle with actual radius. With O as center, draw circle with actual radius. Now how to complete the answer? The cube, top square, I am just using HP pencil now, darkening it, partly not fully seen, partly hidden by the sphere. Then we have 50 mm height edges, 50 mm height edges visible, outer 50 mm visible. All are isometric dimensions. This is the final answer of the present problem, wherein a sphere of diameter 50 mm resting on a cube of 50 mm and that too centrally placed. These are all the 30-degree angle. You can dimension them. 30-degree angle. This is the final answer for the present problem under consideration, which clearly says a sphere of diameter 50 mm rests centrally on top of the cube of size 50 mm. Draw the isometric. I have drawn the orthography figure. With that, I have drawn here the isometric figure here. This is the isometric answer. This is the final answer for the present problem.